All good things start with a single idea. Or if you're like me, a lot of crazy ideas. And that's where we're going to kick things off as you begin planning out your first course. When you break it all down, there are two core components that go into coming up with killer ideas for your short course. On a very basic level, the goal of your first brainstorming session will be to come up with a massive brain dump of ideas that might be good candidates to build out into a short course. During this process, you might wind up with only a few topics that excite you, or you could easily come up with enough topics for a dozen courses. Either way, that's totally great. But as you start to whittle down the possibilities and get a better picture of what you might want to create, it becomes critical to test your favorite potential topics and focus on a course idea that will sell. This is very important because it's really frustrating to put a lot of time and energy into something only to have it fail to deliver. It's impossible to know with absolute certainty whether your online course will be a hit before you launch it. But there are some powerful things you can do to test your course ideas and maximize their potential for success. We'll get into more of that shortly, but let's start out with the fun part first. Before you actually dive into full-on brainstorming mode, let's get you into the right mindset so you can tap into your own talents and interests to come up with a perfect course topic. While brainstorming is intentionally designed to be a messy, chaotic, and creative exercise, it's helpful to focus your brain dump around your own skills and interests. Here are some important things to think about as you begin your brainstorming process. So for starters, what skills do you have? Everyone is good at something, or if you're lucky, maybe you're good at a lot of different things. I want you to think about any skills, any areas of expertise, or any experience that you have that might be valuable to a specific audience. Think about your hobbies, your business, your personal skills. They can be related to your professional world or your personal world. But try to think about things you're good at that also have value and could be useful to other people with similar interests. So, for example, have you published a book on a subject? Are you a programmer that specializes in a specific coding language or game genre? Are you a handy person who knows how to fix common problems around the house? Or maybe you're a skilled home cook who's eager to share techniques and recipes. Or who knows, maybe you're great at gardening, maybe you have figured out an exercise routine or regimen that's really helped you out, or maybe you're a skilled marketer or business person with a specific niche. Seriously, any of those things and many more could in and of themselves be huge areas to dig deeply into for coming up with specific, narrowly focused course ideas. And remember, you don't have to be a master guru, expert, woo-woo wizard on a topic. If you've got useful experience, tips, and knowledge to share, that is a great place to start. So the next thing to think about, can you solve a problem for people? When you think about it, people generally don't buy information solely for information's sake. They want the solution, or the end result that the information will give them. Now, to botch a paraphrased quote from somewhere that I can't quite recall right now, you're not really selling the drill, you're selling the hole. This is a powerful thing to remember as you formulate ideas. So are you good at solving a specific problem your audience might have? That could be prime idea gold for you to mine for your course topics. And then there's one more question for you to consider. What are you eager to learn about? You see, you don't necessarily have to already be an expert to start building the foundation for a course on a topic. One of the best times to document and share your knowledge is while you're in the thick of learning it. It'll be fresh on your mind, and you'll be able to easily connect and identify with others who are eager to learn too. You'll know the challenges they face, the questions they have, and more about what they'll want to know on the subject. It may sound a little odd or counterintuitive, but it's totally possible to learn a new skill and then take detailed notes all the while, so you can eventually turn that knowledge into a paid course product. The other big piece of the puzzle when it comes to brainstorming great ideas for short courses is your personal interests. You don't want to waste your time struggling to create a course on a topic that you're not really that psyched about. If you feel passionate about a subject, then you'll have a lot more fun sharing your expertise on it. Otherwise, it's easy to dive into building a course only to wind up failing to finish it because you lost your interest halfway through. Now, here are a few other important things to consider as you brainstorm and evaluate your ideas. What are you passionate about? Is there something you're into that you know a lot about? What excites you? What's the topic that you could talk someone's ear off about for hours on end? This is a critical main ingredient for building out your course because your enthusiasm and excitement will show in the content you create. So also, what do you know a lot about? Great course ideas don't always have to hinge on a specific skill. If you know a lot about a particular topic that you're interested in, and there are other folks who are also interested in the same thing and want to learn more about that topic, then that can be a helpful avenue to explore as you brainstorm. And finally, where do your passions and skills intersect? This is super important. The magic really happens when you find the central point in all of this, where your passion and skills align. That's ultimately what you want to aim for, because it'll help you stay engaged and enthusiastic throughout the course creation process. It'll also make for much more interesting and helpful courses that your students will enjoy and benefit from.